JB, you're talking about how you had an Uber driver stand up to you because you're going to try to bring your guitar into their car, and they're like, oh, no. We don't do anything like that around here.
And I'm not trying to sound like an ageist. I'm really not, because I don't believe in ageism. But I did just feel like she was quite elderly, and I don't know, man. I don't think she understood Uber or something.
Yeah, that is not cool because people have stuff, and you can't tell somebody they can't get in your car because they have stuff.
Yeah, and it was a weird thing.
But you also don't want to be in a fight with an old lady in the street.
That's
Exactly, because that's when a KVJ Nationer is going to get a video of you.
Just the last 10 seconds of me yelling at a woman in her 90s.
And then that'll go viral.
That will.
We can't get a video to stick on TikTok, but that one will.
So we asked you, what is your weird Uber story? And boy, we got plenty. We got people texting in their own right now. One person said, my Uber driver broke down in tears talking about how his wife was divorcing him.
Oh, dang.
And I was late for a work function because I had to comfort my weeping Uber driver.
Oh, that's so awkward.
So let me tell you, man, the ranting, angry, or sad Uber driver is a very uncomfortable thing to go through. Me and Virginia had one where this guy was going on this over-the-top political rant to the point he was getting mad. And I was like, oh my gosh, should we jump out of the car now?
You have to just kind of sit there and take it, though. Even if you don't necessarily agree with the guy, he's driving. You've got to agree with him.
Well, his car now becomes a weapon.
You certainly don't want to fight with this guy.
Well, I'm not all about getting into a heated debate with my Uber driver.
But Jay Bird was talking about this during commercial, and I think this bears repeating. A lot of these guys are videoing you. So be careful what you say and what you agree with when you get in the back seat of an Uber, because some of these guys are uploading it to YouTube, and you're not necessarily in a private space, and you don't even realize you're being videoed.
Right.
I told you about the one. It was late at night. It sounded like he was growling, like when he would breathe. Like that's what I would hear, and then he was farting, and it was late at
You
night.
can hear him?
Is he single?
It was quite audible, Kevin. It was more on 2 occasions.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, late. We're talking 2 o'clock Uber.
So, Virginia, do you think it's more the Uber drivers are this weird, or is it just Jaybird attracting them?
It's both.
Okay.
It is both, because you're talking about people that they're doing side gigs. A lot of these people, this is not their main hustle, and so they don't give it like main hustle energy.
And I take a lot. I take more than your average Ubers, so I'm gonna have more chances of weirdness.
Because he's always drunk.
I mean, when's the last? I mean, if you got some drinks, you take the Uber.
Yeah,
she's right.
I agree. Yeah.
Panda had to take an Uber yesterday because I was drunk. He drove me home from the Feast of Little Italy.
Yeah.
And then I got him an Uber to go back because we had 2 cars there, and he can't drive 2 cars at once. I mean, he's good, but he's not that good.
Yeah.
So he took an Uber back to the Feast, totally sober, to go get the other car.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a handful.
She is, and that's what she doesn't realize too. She's throwing all this Uber shade at me. I have seen her do many a things in an Uber, and Mama had a lot of the medicine in her.
Whatever.
She don't remember.
I'm an angel.
4 bellies of wine.
5 stars, baby.
5 stars.
5 beers.
Somebody was thinking, Jaybird, that maybe with you trying to bring a guitar case in there, that maybe the Uber driver thought there was something else in there, a machine gun or something like that.
Well, all she had to do was say, show me what's in the case.
Well, I didn't even have a case. I had my guitar. You could see the guitar. So I was going to cradle it like a baby. So there was no problem with it. So it wouldn't slide around. I was going to have it to where nothing could go wrong. Because I thought the case would have been too big.
She's just a grumpy person. And this happens, as you get older, I think you get cooler or you get grumpier.
She's right.
And I see it in my neighborhood. There's some old people that go into it gracefully and they're fun, and there's some that just hate the world.
Well, there are some people, I think, that get the message as they get older and go, I ain't got much time on this rock. Let me look for more enjoyment than being pissy. And then there's other people, I swear, they do not get that message.
It is
They're
weird.
going to live till 1,000 or something.
It is so weird. You go one of 2 ways as a senior.
One person said I had the opposite of Jaybird's situation. We were in an Uber in Miami Beach, and the Uber driver broke out a guitar and started playing the guitar while he was driving. We were so stunned. We didn't know what to do.
Call in with your Uber guitar stories.
That's amazing. Hey, listen to this new song I'm working on.
And they said on top of it, we were on LSD, so we weren't really sure if we were hallucinating or not.
So it might not have happened.
Now, this is the one that I wish there was a camera rolling
Oh,
on.
my goodness.
They tell that story and it cuts back and there's nobody in the car.
Yeah. How often does this happen? Somebody said that I was going to Topgolf in Doral to meet up with some friends. I got in the Uber, and the driver saw where we were going, and he's like, oh, I can't take you there. And he canceled it and charged me more than the ride itself.
That absolutely has happened to me.
Yep.
And there's the other thing too, they're pissed off kind of Uber when they'll complain to you, oh, you're only going 12 miles, huh? And then the whole time they're disgruntled driving. And I've had a guy bitch the entire time about how he makes no money on those kind of rides.
Short rides they don't like.
I'm going, oh, I'm so sorry. My bad.
I'm so sorry for existing.
It's such an uncomfortable feeling. Yeah, but oh no, please don't hit the red light. Oh, we're on a red light.
The guy who's basically your life is in his hands is complaining to you about how he doesn't like you.
He's all mad at me because
Like you.
I'm not going to Miami.
John said, yeah, from a different perspective, I'm a part-time Uber driver, and I have been hit on by a few passengers, both guys and girls.
Well, you must be good looking.
Yeah.
You have a story about a friend that Ubered?
Oh, yeah. I got a great story.
You remember her story?
Oh, yeah. They had there was an actual transaction that happened.
There was in the car, in transit.
David from Lake Worth Beach, he said, I used to be an Uber driver. One night I was dropping off an extremely attractive woman who was asking me repeatedly to come inside for some adult activity.
Well,
I declined her and said, I'm happily married. And so she ran in and said, hold on, I got to bring something out for you. She had a bunch of drink coins. She was the manager at a local bar and said, yeah, please stop in with your wife and show her a good time. Like it was very odd.
Well, think about it. You got people 2 o'clock in the morning. They're all hopped up. They're drunk, probably a little horny, and they are at the bar. It was a big swing and a miss. They didn't get anybody. Now they're in the car and they're having this conversation because when you're in the car, they're probably mistaking politeness for flirtiness because you're all buzzed up. Oh, this guy's so nice.
oh, it's very intimate.
It's very
And if
intimate.
he's good looking or she's good looking, you're like, wow, this is just fate sending me an angel.
And then you're all buzzed up. I could see this happening a lot, actually.
It does make me sad, though, if you offer up sex and they turn you down.
Which I think that happens probably a lot.
This person said, I had an Uber driver ask me if my breasts were natural or if they were implants. And I'm like, that's kind of inappropriate. And he's like, I'm sorry. You just reminded me of my daughter.
Oh.
What?
I would go ahead and call him in.
And somebody else said my Uber driver would not stop like hacking in the car. He's like, and I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just getting over COVID. Guess what I got 2 days later?
Oh, my God.
I mean, you're in a COVID cage at that point.
Yeah. Unreal, man.
You should definitely ask for a
Wow.
refund on that trip.
Yeah.
I think if you get COVID from your driver.
What do you even say at that point? Dude,
Yeah.
why are you out?
doing? Why are
What
you the
are you
problem?
There was this comedian last week did this video. It went viral. She was doing an impression of Jennifer Coolidge and what it would sound like if she was an Uber driver. You love her, right?
I
She was
love
in
her.
the
She's
White
from New
Lotus and-
Orleans. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Stifler's mom.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the comedian doing her impression.
Hi, are you Gwen? Yeah, you're prettier than your picture. I hope that wasn't creepy. I'm not creepy, I promise. All right, Gwen, let's see where you're headed.
Starting route to John F. Kennedy International
Oh,
Airport.
God, no, Gwen. So much traffic. Hey, Gwen, could we go somewhere else? Could we go to the mall? Oh, you have a flight? Oh, that's a bummer. That's just so far. And I don't even get all the money. What if I just took you halfway?
That's amazing.
That is pretty good. It's pretty on the mark.